Hello and welcome to another vlog from the Ginger Nut Travelling Coffee Cup. Today I'm starting my at-home vlog series where to talk about any disasters, accidents, acts of heroism that basically happened mainly on trains and planes throughout history. Today's vlog is going to start with a act of heroism that I don't think he's talked about that often. It happened aboard a British Airways Boeing 747, which is flying the British Airways Flight 9 or Speedbird 9 route between London Heathrow and Auckland, New Zealand. Now on this route, on this particular flight on the 24th of June 1982, there was 248 passengers and 15 crew on board. And the flight plan dictated a flight which went to Bombay, Kuala Lumpur, Perth, Melbourne, Auckland, in that order. It negotiated the Bombay stop over, no issue. Gets to Kuala Lumpur, change of crew. The Captain Moody, takes control of the plane. His co-pilot and flight engineer join him on the flight deck. Now, these three gentlemen had never flown together before, so it was their first time as a three on board this plane. They take off from Kuala Lumpur on schedule, on time, no issue. Now they're flying over Java, or the Java Sea, in towards Jakarta and then on to Perth. And they took the weather radar, nothing. No thunderstorms, no storms, anything. Mill pond. Keep going. The pilot excuses himself from the flight deck to go to the toilet. Quite an insignificant detail, I know, but the second he steps out, a natural phenomenon happened. St. Elmo's fire. Now, St. Elmo's fire happens when an object flies through highly charged particles in thunderstorms. Now, if you take your weather radar and there's nothing showing on either of them, then what you're seeing on the screen in front of you shouldn't be happening. Now, as the crew is dealing with that, the passengers and cabin crew are seeing smoke fill the cabin. There you go. Cigarette fire. Because back in those days, we were smoking on a plane. They check the toilets, they check everywhere conceivable where a fire could start on board a plane. Nothing. Nothing at all. Captain Mooney comes back to the flight deck and sees this St. Elmo's fire going on in front of his plane. Now, when he left, there was nothing happening. He's come back and that's going on. You're thinking, what's changed? And the co-pilot says, this started as if you left. Don't know what's going on. But behind them, in the cabin, that smoke begins to smell of sulfuric acid. So anyway, St. Elmo's fire's going on. The co-pilot looks out his window at the wing, where he can see two of the engines and the pilot can see the other two. He looks out the window. The engine on the far side of the right wing. It's got like a strobe effect going on. St. Elmo's fire's going from the middle, spinning, and it just looks like strobe effect. The pilot, captain, looks out his wing, see the other two engines. And the outer one is doing exactly the same thing as it is on that side. Check your weather radars again, nothing going on. So then they're going through all the flight manuals and this, that and the other. And then it gets slightly worse. One of the four engines, massive burst of thrust, flames out. That shouldn't happen, but Nevertheless, it can fly on 3 engines. Boeing 747 can fly on 3 engines. It's not advised, but it can do it. Then in short order, another one of the farming engines flames out, followed by the 2 winners. So now you're in a Boeing 747 with 248 passengers, 15 crew on board, with no engines. You're basically a glider. Fortunately, a Boeing 747 can fly 15 miles forwards for every mile it drops. And at the time of this incident, it was flying at 37,000 feet, so they've got time to make a decision. But as any pilot would, he informs air traffic control, namely, at this time, Jakarta. He tells them the incident, I've lost all 4 engines. Jakarta don't hear that message. They hear he's lost 1 of his 4 engines. Name the number 4. That's what they've heard. You've lost number 4 engine. Okay, this is what you need to do. Turn and do this. Another airliner in roughly the same area relays the message. No, he's not lost 1 of his 4. He's lost all 4 engines. Jakarta go, right, land here. Now that part of the world is quite hilly, quite dangerous. And you need 11,500 feet to clear these mountains that are in between the plane and Jakarta airport. The pilot does the maths. They're not going to have enough altitude to clear the 11,500 feet. So Captain has to make a decision. Continue on the current flight path and pray that some miracle happens, or ditch into the sea. Now, the advantage that those 240 passengers had on that particular night was Captain Moody knew his way around this plane. He was one of the first British Airways pilots to get his hands on the thing, so he knows what to do in this situation. Don't panic, calm, see what we can do. Now, a plane, as good as they are not designed to land in the sea. There's never been a successful landing or ditching at sea. There's been one in the river, which we'll get onto in a later video, but never at sea. And Captain Moody knows this. He knows. I make a wrong decision here. All those people behind me are going to die. So Captain Moody does the maths, and he's thinking, where do we go? I don't want to ditch in the sea, but I'm going to crash into a mountain. And the plane's falling and falling and falling. And St. Elmo's fire stops. Just stops. And then around the 13,500 feet mark, one of the engines spools up. Just restarts all by itself. Followed by the other 3. So you've gone from 4 to 3 to 0 to 1 to 4. Probably spends about 5-10 minutes. You're not going to be thinking, what on earth's going on with my airplane? There must be a mechanical fault or something. Something's causing what's going on. The pilot goes, right, go back to cruising altitude, we'll deal with it. They go back to cruising altitude. St. Elmo's fire starts again. Number 2 engine flames out. The pilot goes, right, I need to land this. And I need to land it now. Now, St. Elmo's fire, apart from looking amazing, if you weren't flying through it, causes windows to fog up. Well, look like fog up, but they basically like disorientate the glass, so you can't see through it. Now, if you're a pilot, you can't see where you're going, you're going to land your instruments. Now, your instruments have told you there's now going on outside, but yet you've got this problem. But you do an instrument landing in Jakarta, always known as an ILS, and follow the ILS system in. And Captain Moody lands the plane. 248 passengers survive, 15 crew survive. No fatalities, no injuries. The City of Edinburgh plane has to have 3 of its 4 engines replaced, along with its windscreen, and it carries on its flying days with British Airways before being sold and eventually scrapped. But what could cause all 4 engines to fail and come back on and say no man's fire? Well, Indonesia's got a fair few volcanoes, and that part of the world as a whole has got quite a few volcanoes. On this night, Mount Galunggung was going off. Now, the reason that the pilots couldn't see it on their weather scopes was because volcanic ash, dust, debris is dry. Now, weather radar looks for moisture. So if there's no moisture, you ain't going to see it. And it's gone into the engines. The engines have taken all they can and cut because it's soldered to the engine. As the plane has dropped to a more colder temperature within the engine and temperature all around, that lava, that ash, everything like that, has disintegrated and come out of the plane engines. No, they've restarted. Now, this wasn't the first incident for Mount Galunggung in this period of time. Now, Mount Galunggung had been going off for quite a sustainable amount of time. A plane before BA Flight 9 went through the same thing. Airspace wasn't closed, nothing. A plane after them, Singaporean Boeing 747, loses 3 engines. It then becomes restricted airspace. Don't fly through it. Don't even think about it. Captain Moody was awarded by the Queen for an exceptional piece of flying. And he also set a world record. And it's actually it was in the Guinness Book of World Record until it was beaten. It was the longest glide by a airplane that wasn't designed to glide. It had the world record until I think 2005. And to have that calmness under pressure, to not freak out, to not lose it, to not go mental and go, what do I do here? It takes an amount of experience and skill that only pilots have. You put a civilian in that situation, I don't know what would have happened. I don't want to think about it. Now, BA Flight 9 continued to go to Auckland for many years until BA cut the flight to end in Bangkok. Why that happened, I don't know. The crew and passengers of that fateful flight in 1982 meet up every so often. They're all friends, they're all bonded by this event that only they were part of. They are part of a family, a group that have gone through one of the most frightening experiences of their lives and never lived to tell a tale. Only when it goes on a plane, you don't live through it. But on some occasions, acts of God happen and save your life. Now, I thought I'd start off with a vlog about something quite nice, quite relaxed. I'm going to go through a couple more over the coming weeks. I do hope you enjoy them. But unfortunately, this has now come to an end. I do hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, please like, comment and share the videos, it really does help. Not sure what we're going to do the next vlog on, but I do hope you can join me in the next one.